Okay, so we're going to come back and. Thank you and welcome back to the second segment of the show for today. The topic is child support in Tennessee, and we have with us to talk about child support in Tennessee, Mr. James Watkins and Mr. Phil Hawkins. And so, Mr. Hawkins, let's see if we can get some information from you, because we were unable to get it the last time, from you in reference to your background, your education, and some of your experiences that led you to us this morning, and then make some statements in reference to child support in Tennessee, and then we'll move to Mr. Watkins and allow him to sort of finish this segment for the morning.
Okay. Well, I came out of Glencliff High School, like my buddy here, didn't graduate, went through the system to graduate, get GED, and just got, going through life changes, ups and downs. But we also been in the child support system, like he said, 20, 30 years, where we can't win, and it's time for us to take back our stand on it. We keep falling for everything. We got to stand for something. And this child support thing, it got to be, well, the average man these days don't even want to work a job. They taking half his check. The child at home don't get the money. The state taking all their money. And then you left with $100, $200 to feed for 2 or 3 kids. So that's what we man up. We taking up back our lives. We're addressing the issues now. It's time for us to, do what we need to do to get these fathers back home. Maybe we stop some of this gun violence, because the father's not there, he can't raise his kids. But if you bring a father in, he can discipline his kids. The state can't do it by itself no more.
Now, when we talk about child support, and I think a large number of members of our audience might think in terms of supporting that child for a certain amount of years and et cetera. But what's your view in terms of child support, which is to say that you are paying for your child,
yes, sir.
But at the same time there are some issues that you like to deal with.
Yes, sir. I found out just the other day, I'm advocating child support every day. I just found out the other day I was with my kid's parents, my kid's mother, 24 years. And I just found out the other day I'm $139,000 behind on child support payments. So how that system add up? I was with my kids every day of their life, all 3 of them. But I'm behind, I take care of my kids. It's how the system is trying to portray us as not doing, because we're not paying the system. But we keep paying the system, we can't we can't feed the child. We gotta have something for a man to live.
And so are you still with your wife?
No, sir.
But you're still paying to support your children
every day.
And you feel that they're taking more money out of whatever salary you have.
Yes, sir.
And some of that money does not go to the child.
None of the money go back.
But the money, for the most part, goes to the state.
Yes, sir.
What do you think about that, Mr. Watkins?
I mean, it is true. As you just asked me, without going towards child, it's true. I've had the mother me call me, ask me, well, when is your job going to send the money? I said, what do you mean? It's coming out of my check. Well, they send it when they want to send it. And it causes conflict within the household. I've lost a house. I lost my family. I've lost cars. I've lost jobs and everything. I've lost my freedom over child support. And, it took a real big toll on me mentally and emotionally because, I desire to be home with my kids. My kids are my everything. And to take me out of my home because I fell behind on a bill, that's like, come on, man, you're not just taking me out of home.
What do you mean when you say to take you out of your home? How does that?
When you take a person out of home, when you take a person's job from them, what is that man gonna do? He's gonna wind up trying to figure out a way to go out here and get some money. Right. Because if you love your kids, you're gonna revert to anything in the means necessary to get money to feed your kids or do what you can do. So yes, I've made some choices in life to where I started going towards the street life. Because of why? Because every time I turned around, I was getting harassed. I was getting harassed by the judges to the point to where they was like, well, this is the state law. So is it state law? Then okay, if I can't make this money, you taking all the money, my kids not getting paid, my lights getting cut off, this is happening. Well, I got to hurry up and go out here and find another way to get this money because not only am I hearing from you all, but I'm also hearing it from her. And when all that comes into play, it pushes a man outside that household to where he's looking to where, like, man, what am I gonna do? So when we sit up here, we look at these other young men out here on these streets, and they trying to do different things. You know, when I talk, when the first thing come out of their mouth, man, I gotta feed my kids, man. And you know, it's like that's where that destruction come in. So me and Phil Hawkins, we have been through it, and we have fought through many things to try to maintain a fatherly relationship with our kids and everything, which we still do. Just because they took us out the home don't mean we still ain't in our kids' lives. But we still try to educate the younger men, the future and everything to, hey, we're gonna try to get some help because I know where you've been, I know where you're going and stuff.
So, Phil, when you think in terms of child support in Tennessee, what would you consider to be the most destructive thing that the state of Tennessee is doing in order to either help you or prevent you from really supporting your children?
I mean, the first thing they're doing, they need to let the dads or father be a father. The state cannot raise or come in a household and raise kids. And that's what they're doing. They make sure the father's not there by leading the mother wrong. Make sure the father not there. So there you go, you got a son